Welcome to our Native American boarding schools discussion. So we've spent all of this week learning about boarding schools and the impacts and the effects that they've had on Native American communities. So what we're going to do in this one is that we're going to be responding to one of the four prompts there, right? So those prompts are: what do these sources, images, narrations, and quotations, narrations or stories, okay, tell you about what life was like for American Indian children who attended boarding schools? Or you might choose, what might have been the impact of boarding schools on Native American culture? Or you could choose, why do you think the U.S. government and the churches that ran boarding schools wanted to separate Native children from their family for long periods of time? Or you could choose, how are forced assimilation programs like American Indian boarding schools harmful to children, families, and communities? So you're going to pick one of those four prompts, and it's up to you which one you pick. So pick the one that speaks to you or that you feel like you'll have the easiest time answering. Okay, and then what you're going to do once you've picked a prompt is that you're going to compose a CER paragraph. That's the claim, evidence, reasoning paragraph. Okay, and the evidence that you're going to use is going to come from the readings, from the audio clips, the videos, the images that you've been examining this week. Okay, your response should be at least one paragraph long. It could be longer if you want it to. Okay. So that's part one. Part two is that I want you to respond to one or more of your classmates' posts. Okay, and this is part of your grade for the assignment. So what that means is that if you fail to respond to another person's post, you will not receive credit for that part of the assignment. Make sure that when you're doing that, by the way, your words are polite and respectful. Some good guidelines for how do I know that they're polite and respectful, at least as a starting spot, okay, would be number one, don't ever say anything on a discussion board or online in general that you wouldn't say to somebody face to face. Okay, and number two, don't say anything that you wouldn't want said to you. Okay, those are kind of my general baseline guidelines for responding on discussion boards or online or anything like that. Okay, that's how I know that I'm being polite and respectful, because I'm not saying things I wouldn't want said to me, and I'm not saying things I wouldn't say to somebody if they were standing in front of me and I could see the expressions on their face as I was saying it. Okay, so just some sentence stems to help guide your responses, right? I appreciate your ideas about blank because, you said blank, summarize the ideas, and I think blank. So we're sticking with that idea from before of we are dealing in ideas, not in people. Okay, I wonder what you meant by blank, and paraphrase. Tell me more about that. Okay, but the idea is what you're doing is you're being a good colleague, right? And you're pushing people to think deeper, right? To learn more. And you're also pushing yourself at the same time to do that same thing. Okay, so if you have questions about anything for this week, if you need help with anything, please go ahead and let me know. If you do your own post and forget to respond and then respond after I've already graded the assignment, please email me and let me know about that. Okay, because it does not pop up in my to-do list for me to grade, so I won't know that you responded unless you let me know. Then I go look for it. Not a big deal. All right. So, other than that, I will see you in class.